So, how do you actually meditate? So, for many years, I've wanted to meditate, and it took me so many years to try to figure it out. And someone asked me recently, how do you actually meditate? So, here is a video for you. Hi everybody, it's Lynn Peretti here and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I'm helping you to achieve time and financial freedom. And as part of that, you really need to work on your mindset, how to be peaceful, how to just be happy so that you can actually achieve time and financial freedom. So that is why today I'm going to talk about meditation. But before I do, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you get notification for when my video gets uploaded every single week. So stay tuned to my first few tips. First of all, I just want to share with you just how foggy New South Wales or Sydney has been because of the bushfire. It's just all cloudy, and then I'm just in the car wanting to really share this message with you about meditation, because I think meditation is really important, and it took me so many years to get it. And I know how difficult it is for beginners, so that's why I want to do this video. So first of all, let's start with the problem, right? What does meditation actually solve? For me, I feel like, first of all, I don't want to say that I'm a big guru around meditation. I've just figured out a way that works for me, and so I want to share with beginners out there. Now, the problem that meditation solves is relaxing you, calming you. If you're living a chaotic life and you feel like you're just always on the go, your mind is just tired and exhausted, and it's just foggy in your mind. There's no clarity, and you just feel exhausted mentally every day. Then meditation is really useful. And back in the days, I used to say, but I don't have time to meditate. Well, that's actually the problem. If I don't even find time to meditate, it's because I'm living such a fast, hectic life, and I don't have time to, I'm choosing not to calm down. That's why I'm choosing to not to even have 10 minutes of the day to actually slow down, to actually just, focus on myself. And so if you find yourself as, I want to meditate, but I don't even have time, then you're the one that actually needs to meditate. And the thing about meditation is just like exercise, right? At first you think, I know that I need to do it, and you can't feel the benefits yet, right? You just haven't seen the result of it. But if you do it long enough, then you'll notice that when you don't do it, you actually feel worse. Just like exercise. When I don't exercise, I start to feel even more tired. I feel like sluggish, and I feel all these feelings that makes me want to exercise. Same as meditation. It becomes a new habit where you feel like you need to meditate, otherwise you don't feel really well. And so just persist through. Okay, so the first thing that I did wrong with meditation was thinking that it needs to be like 30 minutes or 1 hour long or something. I just thought I had to be like some sort of priest monk thing sitting there for ages. And so that's why I didn't really get into it for a long time, because I was just thinking it's going to take too long, and then I was trying out 30-minute meditation. And then what happened was I did a few techniques wrong, and then I ended up falling asleep in my meditation too. But what I've learned about meditation now is that it doesn't actually need to be 30 minutes or an hour. It can be whatever time that you can take off to slow down. So some morning I have enough time to do a 20-minute meditation. Some morning I might do a 5-minute meditation, but I try to do at least something. Same as exercise. Rather than thinking I need to go to the gym an hour a day and 3 or 4 times a week, if I don't have that time, I'm not going to go, then you realize, and then you just end up having this momentum of not going. Whereas if you just go 10 minutes or 15 minutes each day whenever you can, then you develop a habit of exercising, and you still feel good even though you're just exercising a little bit. So meditation is exactly the same. It's not really about the length of meditation, it's the fact that you meditate for as long as you can, and can do depending on your schedule. Okay, so then how do you actually meditate? What I find is that it's not about trying to relax and fall asleep. It's really about sitting upright so that you don't fall asleep, because you want to actually stay alert. You actually want to be present with the moment. The goal of it for me is, like I said, when I say for me, because I don't want to, get it wrong, because this is just what I've learned and I'm just digesting it and share it with you, is that when you're meditating, what it really is you're closing your eyes and you're conscious of your thoughts. So the whole point is try to not think about anything, right? Because you're giving your brain a break. It's because there's so many thoughts that always pops in, and your goal is to just notice it, that it's coming, and then let it go. So then whenever you could think of nothing, like you're just not thinking of anything, you're really just thinking about your breath and your present moment, like you're sitting here and you're right here now, that's when you're doing it right. And then as soon as you start thinking about, oh no, what time do I have to pick up the kid? Did I forget to buy the milk? That's when you know that you're getting distracted. And then it's about learning to control it and let it go. So you go, okay, just push through the thought again and then refocus again. And just through that practice, you're learning to be present, you're learning to be calm. And when you're not thinking about anything apart from your breath and about your present, you are clearing your mind and giving it a rest. Yeah. And so what I did wrong for a while was that I thought that I just want to get comfortable. So I was in a more of a lying state. And then I was like pretty much just making myself ready to go to sleep. And then the other thing that I did was I was listening to music rather than guided music. So what I found is that guided music is definitely much better for beginners, and I still feel like I'm a beginner. So when you're listening to a guided meditation, then you're listening to people's voice. So they're telling you to do this, to do that, like, okay, breathe in, breathe out, and think of this, think of that. So you're actually following their instruction, and so there's no way that you actually really fall asleep. One of the easiest apps that could help you in your journey is Headspace. So I found this app to be quite simple. So it's just this guy's voice, and you can choose for different reasons. So there is a meditation sessions for if you feel like you're not productive. There is one where you feel like you want to work on your eating problem or your health or your relationship. So then he's also teaching you things that can help you with that area. But at the same time, he's guiding you through the meditation. There is no music, but his voice is so soothing, it's instructional, and it just gives you a really great foundation. But apart from that resource, then you also have YouTube. I really love YouTube in that I can search for whatever meditation music I feel like every day. And because I find that I get bored after a little bit, so I just play around. So if I have 10 minutes meditation, I would Google up 10-minute morning meditation or 10-minute visualization meditation, because if I just feel like calming myself down, then I might do sort of just normal meditation. If I feel like I want to visualize the future, then I want to choose something else. So there's just so many options on YouTube that you can choose, and there's also gratitude ones. And so what I realized about meditation is that it's like exercise. There are so many ways to exercise to still get the results. So meditation, there is no one right way. There's so many content and resources out there that lets you choose between them. And then there are even meditation, for example, from the guy from Mind Valley Vision. His meditation is almost going through a series of, I would say, exercises, right? So the first phase, it's called a 6-phase meditation. One phase is asking you to forgive, to think about someone that you're angry at and try to forgive them. Another phase is think of things that you're grateful for. Another phase is about future, like what can you imagine in the future. The other phase is about designing your ideal day. So as you can see, it's not even about just not thinking about anything. It's actually thinking about something, but at least you're in the moment. You are not having all these random thoughts coming through. And so the word meditation has so many meanings. If we just categorize it as this, like, when I first thought of meditation, I was just thinking of this like doing nothing and boring. But I realized now that meditation can be in as many ways as you can, that the whole goal is to give your mind a break, or to give your mind intention to think about something that you chose to think, and closing your eyes so that you're focusing your internal, rather than just opening your eyes and absorbing the external world and then getting distracted by the external world or the thoughts that are from the external world. So how do I actually practice meditation nowadays? So it's part of my morning routine. So in the morning when I wake up at 4 a.m, because that's the thing. If you're a mum and you've got children duties, you're gonna need to find time. And so I find that by waking up early, I can actually dedicate it to something like this. Because if you wake up 8 or 9 a.m. like everybody else, it's just a chaotic house, and you won't be able to find time to be on your own. And especially if you work 9 to 5 and you work in an office, your whole day's gone. So you really need to control your day by just creating more time for yourself. So I wake up early and then I meditate. So first of all, I design my day, I do a bit of a journaling, and then I also meditate. My meditation changes from 5 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes depending on how I feel. And to be honest, some days I actually miss my meditation, just like going to the gym. Sometimes I miss my gym workout. But you know, I'm pretty sure over the years I'll start to develop a better habit and meditate more, because over the years I've actually exercised more. It become, you know, don't I guess get so upset that you know you can't do a lot of meditation, and if you can't, then it's a failure and then you give up. It's really just try to do it as much as you can, and if you don't do it, just do it again. Just try again rather than giving up. And so then I would choose whatever I feel. If I feel like I want to focus on gratitude, or I feel like 10 minutes, or I feel 20 minutes, I Google it up and I get that meditation. And sometimes I go back to the Headspace app. Sometimes I go to Tony Robbins' kind of meditation, or sometimes Vision from Mind Valley. So I play it up, all different things. And then I find the result of it is that I just feel calmer, and I feel like it's giving me a brain muscle of being able to control my thoughts, being super aware of when bad thoughts or worries coming in my mind, and being able to let it go, and feeling a lot more peaceful. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and let me know, have you meditated before, and what has been your experience? Are you wanting to get back into meditation? And yeah, what are the challenges? Love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.